Hello, everyone, and welcome to SpeedGaming. We have another randomized playoff match here in the finals. We've got ourselves reliable Archery Aces versus Ruballs United, Retro Redfield, and Matcap. I'm Star. With me on tops is Trix. How are you doing?
Hey Star, thanks. I'm fine. How are you doing?
Not bad. Looking forward to a good race here.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward. I mean, they've chosen to play in Froja, which is like a really challenging mode.
Yep, so we have, in case, this is the inverted variant of the Ambrosia mode. So it is inverted, a short sword. And bosses are guaranteed to have items. The uncle will give us a hint as to the boot's location. And Ambrosia, as compared to regular Ambrosia, has big key shuffles. So they will be they will need to find the big key somewhere out in the world. Salut, kids name. Chat there and load to chat.
Yeah, and what's really cool about this mode is this Ambrosia part, so that you that each boss has an item. So, like dipping dungeons is really pendant dungeon is a bit risky because you probably leave an item there.
Got ourselves a heart piece in Link's house. Matcap immediately saved quitting to Dark Sank.
Yeah, so in inverted you have like Retro's lucky finds his first bomb. There are different setups to start. Many players go first to Skullwoods because in the drop down there, right next to the big chest, you can find bombs too, and so you can farm bombs there quite quickly.
Red crystal thieves, green pendant TR, everything else is a regular crystal. And Retro being able to get 2 bombs is going to be able to check Hype Cave immediately. Very nice. 5 quick checks right off the bat as Matcap heads into Skullwoods.
Okay, so
Ether?
Oh, the first glove.
A lamp? And heart piece. I'll take that.
Yeah, you see this in the So we see Matcap in the back of Skullwood.
Yep. Ambrosia means this is a short sword. The bosses are guaranteed to have items. And in this case, it's inverted with big key shuffle as you get $300 off Stumpy. There's a heart key off of the Skullwood's big key chest. Yeah, Aga already in.
Yes, Agar is possible on the where in normal mode GTs there's the castle tower, and as soon as you have a sword and the lamp and the glove, Agar is in logic. Yeah.
Yep. GT and Aga Tower were swap places and inverted, so you just go over there instead. Yep. Inverted means you start in the Dark World. You need Bunny to do much of anything. You need the Windpearl to go to the Light World, otherwise you're in Bunny mode. And
I'm a bit confused why Retro's Redfield's staying at the Arrow game with that much rupees.
I guess he just really wants rupees. Living up to the team name as well, reliable Archery Aces, as noted by Kutuma. Chat.
Oh yeah, maybe he just wanted to show off how good he is at the Arrow game. So Matcap just did the start. I described earlier that you drop down and farm for the bombs, but both players were also lucky, finding the first enemy having the bomb pack. So it could be they could have avoided it.
Matcap Retro really wants money. Getting even more off of the Dick game.
It's It's 7 crystals, not 7,000 rupees, Retro.
Yeah, I mean, he's almost at Zora Buddy, I guess. Madcap has found 2 keys, a compass, and I forget what the other thing was. Not much in Skullwood so far. That's the last key. Yeah. Spread of Skullwood's really not giving much. I think there was 1 item in the front, but it wasn't anything interesting.
I'm not sure if there already was 1 item. If yes, he could have skipped the rest of the checks because we know items have to be on the bosses.
No, there is 1 extra item in each dungeon with boss key shuffle tricks.
Ah, you're right, my bad. Okay, so what we already said, Retro is giving us first look on the mountain, and he didn't dip Thieves Town, right?
No, he did not. We have not seen the village. Madcap did Skull Woods and left. Retro's not even doing that.
What's also hard about Inverted now is that if the runners are going to check the right side of Dark Death Mountain, you have to dodge the Lionels somehow, and with 3 men and 3 hearts, you have to be very careful doing this.
Very much so.
So I think Madcap's going to give us a look of Village of Outcast, which also makes perfectly sense.
Yep. Retro is carrying a bush as he walks the old man up the mountain.
I'm really not sure if this is faster, is it?
I have no idea. There's a moon pearl in the C-shaped house.
Oh, that's a good find, definitely.
No, for sure.
So that's also nice about... we have the 2 other pendants, of course, in Light World, and it's Desert and Hera, the other red crystals Eastern.
Yep.
That's also a fun part about Inverted. When you don't have a Moon Pearl, you can bring back the old man to his house, but or better to say, to his cave. But it's a bunny work for now. Well, it won't be one for Madcap, but very often it is one.
Yeah, and okay, thanks FaZe, clarifying in chat. Carrying something is faster than old man speed. Alright, thank you.
Oh, thanks. And also...
Retro's sprite appears to be is labeled Corona. I actually have no idea what game or series that is from, but that is what his league page says. That kept playing with. I'm not sure what that one is either offhand.
Yeah, unfortunately, Retro died going up the mountain, and that's also a part about Inverted. You have to go up there the mountain again and check the item in Spectacle Rock, because you can pick it up even as a bunny.
Yeah. Bombs there for Madcap. And a heart piece. Has found at least 2 of the 5 item in Thieves. I wasn't looking at the first 2 chests, unfortunately, so I didn't catch if those were the map or compass. Did not find a small key.
Yeah, and Retro is doing very, very well with the Lionels. You have to get hit by those strikes they do, because they only deal 2 hearts of damage, and then you use the iframes to go through the to pass them.
Yep, had a quick check of the TR medallion. I did not catch what it was, unfortunately. Thank you, Nistri, for clarifying it's Ether. Super Bunny here for Retro.
And also in Inverted, you can open TR without having the hammer, because you can jump from the turtle's tail on top, open the dungeon, and then go inside. Of course, the Samaria is still mandatory. We don't get very far right now.
Yep. You might not even need Ether if you can get away to the ledges in the Light World and Mirror to Dark World.
Yeah, we only need Ether if something's on pet in TR itself. Maybe it's not required, yeah.
Alright. Here's Skullwoods for Retro as Matt Cap rescues the old man.
And oh, this is an unfortunate death by Retro.
Oof.
And if I'm not wrong, it is already an Egger seed, because we've seen all locations and logic. I'm not sure about inside of Spectacle Rock, but I think there's nothing left.
I think you're right, yeah.
I don't want to be right.
That's what I thought, Kids Learn, is that there are a few checks available in TR without Samaria in Inverted, because you can jump down to the ledges in Light World Death Mountain and mirror to Dark Death Mountain for some checks in TR.
Yeah, you can check for the laser bridge. And I think that's it. No. You can access from Turtle Rock West and Turtle Rock East big chest, and the ball and chain guard chest, and the fire lava chest. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Matt kept on the mountain with a moon pearl, which Retro just picked up. Yeah, I think I've seen everything that's available to our runners outside Aga and maybe inside Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, I think we didn't see Spec Rock.
Kidsla, I think that's what Trix meant by the ball and chain. That's the chain chomps.
Oh my god, yes. Did I say ball and chain guard?
Yes! I was wondering.
No, definitely not. Yeah, you're right. Chain chomps.
I wasn't sure if I should point that out. This is going to be, I think this is going to be Aga for Retro. I think Matt Cap's off to dig game right now. Perhaps hasn't done that yet.
And I think it's also very difficult once you have light world access how to route the locations, because it's not that easy, because you're used to have your routing in the light world, and also with having the mirror you can come up with really fancy ideas how to route your access.
And also, Fighter Sword Aga Tower with no safeties. 3 hearts, green mail, Fighter Sword. Let's see how this goes. This is going to be a little tricky.
Yeah, it's actually annoying because it takes so much time.
It does. That's a good recovery heart there for Retro. Inroja loves Fighter Sword Aga, and Madcap now has the money for Dig Game.
It's funny that inverted Cs are quite often Aga seeds, because there are only a few checks, well, especially if it's Big Key Shuffle, there are only a few checks in the Dark World from the very beginning, and also you have quite quickly Aga access. You only need the glove and the lamp, and of course that sword. So actually,
glove, lamp, and sword are basically the only things we do have. Well, I guess an ether. Retro, be careful here. Don't die.
Yeah, you have to be really careful here, especially with those red guards.
Yes, you do.
Oh.
Oh, that's a carry.
Okay,
very nice. So we were discussing team names being appropriate earlier. How many blue balls do you think we'll see today?
Oh, that's a tough one. I assume they mean Egger, so yeah, let's say I go for 3 blue balls. What are you saying?
I'm thinking 4, perhaps. There we go, nice kern jump from Matcap, who was deciding he doesn't want to do Aga and is going to go do this instead.
Yeah, it's also quite smart, but he has to find Hammer or the Club here to avoid Aga.
Yes, he does. Currently going for Catfish.
Also has to pay attention here with only 1 heart. Dying here will hurt so much.
Yes, it will. Did manage to get a little bit extra health over Retro.
Let's see if he goes to the pyramid after this as well.
Catfish giving us today. That's a bow.
That's very good. I was about to say, I'm not sure if he's going to pot without a bow, so questions answered.
Well, there's that answer. Blue ball number 1 for Retro.
I mean, this is a pretty risky play by Madcap because doing the kern jump, well, it's a bit challenging, but those runners are quite good. But still, you have to walk all the way there, and maybe for nothing. And this hurts because it's about, like, I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes of a time waste.
And that's a pretty quick Aga.
I assume you didn't count as well.
I counted the first one and then quit counting. Apparently it's just the 1 blue ball. Thank you, Victor.
See, and that's now interesting about inverted. Where do you go first? Well, of course, because it's an Aga seat, you start with the castle. But
You're right here.
Exactly, but then even if you have your light will access, some things like going to the sanctuary chest or back of escape, those checks are all not very convenient to route.
No, because you have to hike all the way there.
But I really like the play of Madcap doing the current jump. Let's hope it plays out. I think what Retro's is hoping for to get the small key in the front and then going straight to the sanctuary, because this will be the fastest and easiest way to get your items and also to continue your routing in the light world.
Okay, I thought Uncle still gave you a hint of Boots hint in Ambrosia, but apparently it's only in regular Ambrosia. Thank you, FaZe.
I think it, yeah, of course it's only in Ambrosia because the uncle gives you the boot hints, and in in Inverted there is no uncle. Well, not from the beginning.
Some bombs in the first chest of the escape.
Yeah, so there's still nothing in Hyrule Castle, but if you don't do it now, you'll probably last located, and it makes perfectly sense if you're right here anyways after doing Aga 1.
Yep. Red Rupee in the second chest, key in the first chunk of pod.
I'm really curious if Madcap will avoid the Aga play with this pod play.
We'll see. Yeah, I kind of want this pod play to pay off for Madcap doing this.
I mean, it kind of paid off because Catfish is like not a very nice location to check unless you have the mirror. But kind of paid out with having the bow because it is required.
Nothing much in Zelda's cell.
Yeah, so the seed didn't give her so many items yet.
Poor Retro trying to death warp out, but killed most of the enemy, so has to do this. There we go. No small key in the front, so is going to go here to Dark Cross.
Yeah, I think the best thing he can find here is the small key, definitely.
I think so, yeah.
Well, I mean, Boots or Flute will also be fine, but or Hammer or Glove, but still, you want to. If you're here, you want to continue.
Yeah.
And also, still no items in pot, if I'm not wrong.
Don't think so, as we get another key. There's the map.
Oh, that's a bit unlucky.
And the other map. All out front having nothing, both of them doing death warps. Okay,
Yeah,
both he just hit a big he just hit a red rupee and pod. Okay, thanks, VXR. So one item in the front and the map, along with 4 keys, which means time for the back for Matt Cap.
So Retro's taking a way you never see in Rendo. But it of course makes sense to go there. Either you go to South Shore or you decide to go this way.
And this is heading in the general direction of CAC. I'm actually gonna head for over here to the back of Escape first.
To answer a question in chat was Ambrosia. Ambrosia is inverted, a short sword. Every boss has an item. It's a big key shuffle. The goal is to defeat Ganon, and as always, 100% inventory.
One of the changes of inverted is that places like Griffin Ledger are available just freely without needing a mirror, because you kind of can't use the mirror anymore, as I get just a heart container here.
Right, well, of course, oh, there's the speaking of the mirror. Oh, that's a pretty, I mean, this is a pretty big play by Madcap now, even if he doesn't find this Dark World access here, because it makes routing so much more easier, having this mirror.
For sure. So there's going to be 2 items here in the back of Escape, as well as the small key.
And you already mentioned it in oh, and there's the flippers. Part is so loaded so far. Well, only 2 items, but 2 powerful items.
Yeah. Actually, oh wait, I forgot the small keys in Stank today, I think. But yeah, Pod is really just having a lot of stuff here. Flippers in the U room. Key.
And as you're mentioning it, that we can access, for example, Graveyard Ledge without the mirror. In Inverted, actually, there are all the checks you can access in vanilla game with the mirror. You can access all of them without the mirror, so there are almost everywhere, like this wooden bridges, or for Spy Cave, there's a small gap where you can jump down to go to Spy Cave.
Yep. Yes, Madcap does in fact still need to do ACA, but Flippers and Mirror is going to make a difference. Flippers, Mirror, and Bow is going to make a difference in late world routing, and Bow's also going to help in ACA Tower, because ACA Tower otherwise was kind of terrible for Retro.
Yeah, definitely, and these runners have to do it. And by the way, of course, I meant Mimic Cave. You can access without the mirror, not the Spy Cave.
I was starting to wonder as we see a heart piece on the Lumberjack Ledge. Finals are fun for Madcap.
Ah, and chat pointing out correctly, all the items in pot are hammer locked, because the only way to get to the right side is having the flippers, the hammer, or the mirror. to get to pot, but 2 of these 3 items, they were inside of pot, so the right side is hammerlocked.
Yes, it is. Good point.
So before Retro showed us the lumberjack ledge, so Aga 1 was not required for an item, but it was of course required for having the light world access. Oh, that was a wrong one. Retro.
Big key to Skull Woods is probably one of the most useless big keys you could have found.
Yeah, I agree with you. Swarm Skullwoods are just like, nah, you can keep it.
And
oh, there's the other bow!
That's good for Retro.
I
Catfish
think
being so out of the way.
Yeah, maybe it's even better for Madcap, because he'll definitely find silvers. About Retro, I'm not really sure.
Yeah, we'll see. And there's, okay, the big key to Eastern, which is significantly more useful.
And this is now very good for Madcap, because when he goes to the eastern area, he can maybe do it with Pot together if he finds the big key, because he has the mirror. And Retro will not have the mirror before, because the mirror itself is in Pot.
Yeah.
So, well, what do you have for us? Give us a sword or boots or something like that.
Well, the first chest was a hurt piece. The second is red blue mail. You'll take that, I guess. Not too bad.
Yeah, we're a bit low on hearts, so this is fine.
Hurt piece bombs in.
Another one.
Sure.
I think the runners are like, yeah, maybe give them to me before Aga 1.
Right? But you'll take blue. You'll take red mail. Madcap going to use ether here and save a bit of time. Heart piece in the chicken hut.
But it's really nice to see that even in this, I would say, linear seed, we have already quite some divergence. So thanks to the current jump.
Yeah, really making a difference.
And the progression behind it.
Retro finding just a shield in the back of the bar.
So what do we have in the library today? We have 10 hours. We don't need that. So this is a bit annoying. If you want to do your normal lightweight routing, you cannot save and quit because otherwise you have to walk again from the castle.
Yeah.
Or you have to go to the Retro has to go now through the portal because he doesn't have a mirror.
Indeed.
Oh, that's
K45
fire
is
rod.
Fire rod. You'll take that.
Now it's not bad having the Skullwoods big key that early because you can go there and never have to go there again. That's actually pretty good.
Yeah. So this is going to be a South Shore play. I'd expect Eastern after with the big key and bow. But getting to Eastern's kind of slow because due to the way that this is inverted. Ice rod. Okay. We did not want to see that.
Hey, Turtle Rock is a pendant. Here's your ice rod.
Exactly. Matt kept heading into the castle now.
Yeah, unfortunately, we know nothing's there, right? There was only the shield, I guess, right? Or was it?
Yeah, there was a I think. No, the shield was in CAC. There was not. There's nothing I can remember in here.
So nothing of importance. That's also nice.
Yep.
By the way, what's good that desert is a pendant in inverted. The only way to get to desert is having the book. So it's actually quite nice because, of course, you cannot use the flute and the mirror in inverted. Oh, there.
Speaking of the book.
Oh my gosh. I should start speaking of the boots.
Yeah, book and the first bottle turning up there in Mini Moldorm Cave, giving us access to desert and Sikid.
Oh, it seems like Retro's following.
Speaking of desert, I think that's where is Retro going?
Oh, he's going straight to Eastern.
I guess. Gonna leave Ice Rod Cave behind. There's really no good way to get from Ice Rod Cave to Eastern, so.
Yeah, it's actually kind of smart, I would say, because it's such a long way to get there to Eastern without having the flippers. I don't see Madcap skipping it. Oh, there's Bomb.
Is that a Bombos? Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, Madcap will be more likely to do Ice Rod Cave flippers to be able to swim from there to Eastern. Retro, it's just a really, really long walk if you want to do that right now.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Commentator's Curse is hitting quite hard today.
Very hard, apparently.
Star, what will we find here? Get on with the curse.
Mushroom? No, let's see. A bottle, 10 bombs, and 3 bombs. Nope.
I would have critted straight away if there was a mushroom. But still, a bottle. Oh, Madcap died. Ooh. I don't think that was an intentional death.
I don't think that was either.
Yeah, that's annoying when you beat Agawon, have all those guards chasing you all the time.
Bottle count is still normal, Skyward Firex. It is still 4 bottles. That is not changed with item pools, I think.
Yeah, correct. Item pool and item functionality is still... Oh, Madcap's a bit struggling here.
Oof, that death really hurts.
Why doesn't he go to CAC and takes up his red mail?
I think that's where he's trying to go. Not doing it. Has to dodge a load of guards for it, but it's gonna go south instead. Hurt some bombs in the first chest of Eastern. Madcap's gonna go to CAC from the south here.
Yeah, he's tired of those guards, so I totally feel him doing this way.
Yeah. Leaving K45? Yeah, I was going to say, don't forget K45, Madcap. That is easy to forget, but this is inverted.
Yeah, you really have to pay attention because you're so used to play the normal mode. Mm-hmm. And I think you rarely see having inverted modes, only like in tournaments like this.
Yeah, I've only seen inverted a few times myself. I don't play inverted personally, so I'm learning a bunch.
That's a good decision not to play it, trust me.
Madcap has beaten Aga. Mirror is in pod. As well as the flippers.
Madcap did a current jump to the right side of the Dark World, so... Oh, there's a flute. That's nice.
That's a really nice find. Oh yeah, Smiths you can just do with a mirror here in inverted.
Yeah, right.
Mitz hardlock, I believe about the only thing Mitz really absolutely hardlock is King's Tomb in inverted. Everything else can be bypassed in various fashions.
Yeah, I think you're right. And GT is locked by the mids.
Is it?
Yeah. You have to either you open up the portal on Turtle Rock. It's you need the mids for it, or the portal down the mountains also mids.
GT is at the Castle Tower entrance tricks.
Ah, sorry. I'm wrong. Sorry.
I was wondering because we've seen how to get to the GT entrance. They had to do that for Aga Tower access. Yeah, mids hardlock King's Tomb, and that's it. Aga Tower is accessible without needing to take a portal in the GT location, and well, you get into GT by way of the Castle Tower entrance.
I mean, it's probably not required, but isn't Hera locked behind the mids? I think so.
I do not remember inverted well enough, to be honest. Someone in chat who knows inverted better than I do can answer that one.
Ah, right, hookshot and hammer.
Yep. Okay, yeah, that'll do it. Alright, red mail here for Matcap. Nothing else in Eastern besides that flute for Retro. Wait. And bombs. Nope. DH Stomp, other way around. Mirror goes from light to dark, and in inverted that's our first crystal here for Retro.
I mean, if you look at chat, it's hard for everyone to remember what is locked and inverted by what. So, because like total different mindset you kind of have to have now.
Yeah. Like I remember that mids are the only thing is 100%. It's not no matter what else you have is King's Tomb, but I sure don't remember why everything else is available.
Even for me, I played a lot of inverted, but I still have to think, can I do this now? Can I go in there? So, still challenging. I hope these runners don't have the same problems.
Yeah. Inverted means that they start in the Dark World and they need a Moon Pearl to navigate the Light World. The Aga Tower and Gem's Tower are switched. And there's a lot of overworld. There's a bunch of changes to the overworld as well to make that work. Let's see. Flute only works in the Dark World. Mirror goes from light to dark instead of from dark to light. And there's a whole bunch of other changes that that are really hard to remember, which is our current discussion.
That's right. So technically, for the overworld, you can say all the checks that are normally accessible only with the mirror can be accessed without the mirror. So Retro is going to pick up Silver Snow. It's pretty smart. I hope he doesn't forget that he can mirror here.
He doesn't have a mirror is the bigger problem.
That's also a big problem, I agree.
It's a very nice splash delete here to get into the Waterfall Ferry.
Yeah, very well done. It's not easy to get it.
Purple chests of some bombs. The flute needs to be marked for Retro on the tracker, by the way.
So Madcap's going to show us now the difference of inverted, because he'll now be able to check Checkerboard Cave.
Yep. And our third bottle in Waterfall Ferry. Heart piece on the ledge. Boots on Zora Ledge is not the nicest of locations.
What was there? I missed it?
Boots.
Oh my gosh. But I think we see another splash deletion.
I think Retro will splash delete, yes. Splash delete or cancel a fake flipper, because you want those boots!
Oh, and for Maya we need Bombos, and we already know where Bombos is. It's on Lake Hylia.
Yep. Red Rupees! Hora is a real scam, as usual.
So let's see if he gets this splash deletion. It's actually not that easy.
That did not quite work. Ooh, big key here in the checkerboard is Japan.
Oh my god, this is big. This is really big for Madcap. He can finish both dungeons at once.
That is really big.
Oh,
Hey,
nice.
there we
You
go.
got it. Yeah, you have to hit 3 arrows on the wall and then place 2 bombs, but you have to start placing those bombs once the 3rd arrow is on its way. So it's a bit challenging to do this.
Yep. And is going to do yet another slash delete here to keep going, I think.
Oh no,
But
unfortunately.
as I can say, I was like, does that work? No, it does not, unfortunately, and so that is a save quit.
Hey, but he got the important one, so this is nice actually.
Yeah, well, he's getting a lot of practice on fake flippers that way. Ansel fake flippers that way, or I guess slash delay dash.
Oh, by the way, I was mentioning that Madcap can finish Pod and Eastern. He cannot. We still don't have a hammer.
No, we don't have a hammer. That is a problem. I believe Retro is going to go run off to activate his flute now. You still do need to activate this in the light world, even though the flute takes you around the dark world instead of the light world. I remember some bits of inverted, not others.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit difficult if you're not used to play it, even if you're used to, because, for example, I think it's pretty hard to make the decision, do I do save and quit and run to the portal, or do I... Oh, there's another key to Hera. Nice.
Currently not helpful until they can get Hera access, which is, as previously discussed, Hammerlock. Swamp here for Madcap is not a bad idea, honest. Dip in to see if there's anything in the first chest, I guess, since you're here. Not the worst idea. Can't do a ton without a hammer, but you can at least check this first item.
Yeah, hammer in the first chest would be really huge, or something like the hookshot.
Nope. It is active now for Retro. Yeah, hammer can't be there, remember, because of the flipper's location.
Ah, right.
Chat continues their debate.
That's the hard thing about doing sequence breaks, that you have to remember where you got your items from.
Yes, indeed. So, here's another question. What are we actually missing for Go Mode?
We do need a hookshot. We need mitts. We need the Samaria. We need the hammer.
We do not need the mitts, necessarily. Remember prior discussion about...
Yeah, I know.
Flippers, Samaria, hammer, a second sword is also required. Swamp Big, no, Swamp Big's not required. We need Thieves Big and Mire Big as well for required keys. Bombus is picked up now. Flippers are in Pod at Drosy as well as the Mirror. But Madcap current jumped over there very early in the seed instead of going to Aga right away, and which means that with both Mirror and Flippers in Pod, the hammer must be available somewhere to get over there, logically. And yes, Mire is unlocked by Bombos today. TR's main entrance is locked behind ether, which we have. We also have the mirror, so it really doesn't matter on that front. And here come on the 43-minute mark. Let's give our runners a shout out. Retro, Redfield, and Matt Cap, to my co-com Tricks, and to our tracker, Lady Laura Linda.
Thanks for the shout out, quite early. But I like it, thank you.
I mean, we're only seeing checks you've already seen right now, so that's the might as well.
So time for some donations if we would be doing a charity game.
Yeah, because Retro's just going through the desert area and Matcap's just in the eastern area. We've seen both places already. This is not new. And Retro didn't use the flute because he can't in the light world. It is a dark world only item for the inverted mode. What's left except for Moth and Ice Rod Cave for Hammer? Probably those two things, honestly, Structural Mike. There really isn't much left available for it.
Yeah. I think so. We've seen the flipper checks.
I think, well, Book was Mini Moldorm Cave. That's a cape. I think Desert can have it here. I do not know. Yeah, Desert can have Hammers. Not a ton else. Yep. And that means that we are locked out of here by the big key.
That's right. So we know in the big chest is the small key.
Right.
So what's next? I think... Oh gosh, if it's Ice Rod Cave, that's like not very convenient to get there. Oh,
no.
And we have the first chest in Hookshot Cave. But that's not in Logic, right?
No, Zora Ledge is not in Logic. Mirror is out of Logic is the issue. Yeah, that's in Pod, which is not in Logic, is our current load of headaches.
I mean, having the mirror, you can go now check, for example, Laser Bridge. But we also know... No, we cannot. Oh gosh, this is inverted.
We can check Laser Bridge, but that's out of Logic because we don't have a mirror in Logic.
Yeah, I know. What's still left? It's Ice Rod Cave for sure, what's in Logic.
Does Flute put Pod in Logic? Flute itself is in Logic. It's in the Eastern Big Chest in the Eastern Big Key was in Blind's Hut.
So the problem here is that we have two runners who escaped Logic. Retro...
Yeah.
Yeah, Retro got the boots out of Logic.
Yep. Silvers are in... Silver's incoming. Chat, who knows more inverted Logic than I do, is trying to figure out if what Flute does for our Pod Logic.
Oh, right. Pod is in Logic with the flute now, yeah.
We saw Bonk Rocks, it was nothing I can remember. Okay, Pod is totally accessible, thank you then. Alright, that solves our Pod Logic, which means Hammer can be a whole lot of places since Flippers and both and Mirror are both in. Yeah, good routing here from Retro. Catfish pretty hard to route in with how he ended up routing the seed. What I'm gonna do is probably head for Pod now if I had to guess. Alright, Bonker is Hero Dicky, so not useless, but doesn't do anything for a Logic. But doesn't actually lock anything right now.
Oh, we totally forgot about Skullwoods, by the way. We can continue going on Skullwoods.
Yeah, Green Pendant Skull Woods exists.
Skywoods is a crystal, actually.
Because I know it is a crystal, I for some reason thought it was a pendant. You're right, thank you. It is Desert, Hera, and TR that are the pendants. Yeah, Retro forgot to flute a bit.
I think he hasn't activated it yet.
He definitely deactivated it.
Oh, yeah, then he forgot it, although it's in his menu.
It happens sometimes. At least he has boots, so it's not the first time loss. Yeah, he used the flute to get over to this side of the map. He just proceeds to forget to use it to get back. Pod Big Chest for Madcap. Neither of them have a hammer, so they still can actually do Helma.
You don't get to Helmer without the hammer, so...
I said neither of them have hammers, so they can't do Helma.
Oh, sorry, I got that wrong. So only the big
Yeah.
chest is left here.
Yes. Madcap just doing it while he's in the area.
So let's see, where's our progression at? Oh gosh, Samaria and you, then you have full Turtle Rock access.
Mm-hmm.
But that chest isn't logic. We can open it actually.
Yeah.
So where's Madcap going to?
Not sure where Madcap is going right now.
Ah, he hasn't checked Graveyard Ledge, I think. It was Retro who checked it, right?
Okay. Yeah, I think it was Retro who checked it.
Owen also didn't check the Sank. You have to be careful not to forget this in Inverted.
It is easy to forget, since normally you just save quit there, but with Inverted, good luck.
Oh, great. That Retro remembers he has a fairy in the bottle.
There we go. Still a fairly quick death warp, despite being on red mail. Our checker is kind of oddly empty for being 52 minutes in.
Yeah. Still a lot of stuff missing.
Oh, indeed.
So the divergence in the beginning was quite nice. Now we see all those same checks on the other side.
Yeah. Nice hammer up for Retro. Oh, that was a big hit to TR I missed that earlier. And the Pod Big Chest.
So, where are you guys going after this one?
That's a good question. Hera's available.
I think it's
Ice
either
Palace
TR or Skullwoods. Oh, Ice Palace also.
Yeah, we do have flippers and Fire Rod, although no hammer makes it less than ideal.
Yeah, and still we need the hammer for Hera.
And I forgot that, thank you. Yeah, so probably, yeah, Skullwood seems to be the best idea right now. They can't do anything in Swamp without that hammer. We've already seen Desert. That's locked behind its big key. Pod we already have seen. Yeah, Thieves is lucky we have done the front, can't do the back. Meyer, I guess you could try Meyer. Bombos is available, and we have boots to get in there.
I think it should be Skullwoods because it's a crystal and you also have the big key, so there's actually no reason not to go there. So I expect
Skullwoods
this to be the next play.
I think that is in fact exactly where Retro's going. Yeah, Skullwoods first. Hammerless Ice, maybe? I don't know about that one. Depends on if there's anything in Skullwoods. Hammer could have been in first chest swamp, but Madcap checked it and it is not there, Mr. Angry Pants. Yeah, Meyer is logically open. Retro, neither of them can currently get in. Retro doesn't have bombos and Madcap has no boots. That is an option. Prison Lizard, they're referring to the first actual item in Swamp. Not the first chest, like the first actual item, which is technically the second chest.
I think it's actually quite good for Retro to have these boots because it seems that they're a bit more powerful in Inverted. Because you have, especially if you don't have light world access.
Yep.
So finally we have both players in the same dungeon. I think it's the first time. Oh, no,
I think it did.
Or maybe they've been to pod.
They were in pod at the same time, but that was about it. We're gonna get a pet check here. I think. This will be a pet check.
So what's going to be on pet?
How about the Meyer Big Key?
I say it's the powder.
Nope.
No, a ruby hoard.
Just 300 rupees. Womp womp. Yeah, the flute being missing, it might take a while for Madcap to get to the flute doesn't lock. It's convenient. I'm not sure how much it actually locks, if anything, right now.
Actually, pretty smart by Madcap to go via Light World to Skullwoods because he can check pet and can mirror then straight to Skullwoods. This was quite smart. So Moth is our last hope. There's an item in Skullwoods.
Yeah, well, a useful item in Skullwoods, yes.
Yeah, probably only 3 bombs.
Yeah.
I kind of expect something in Turtle Rock, as we have the mirror and we have the big key, so there might be something in the big chest.
Yeah. Oh, Madcap checked the Skullwoods big chest, I just forgot what it was.
It was nothing. And we are still on Fighter Sword, that's so annoying. But why is he going for that key?
I have no idea why he's going for that key. Maybe a magic refill? He is really low on that. Where are boots? Boots are on the Zora ledge. Actually, Madcap does have flute, speaking of the earlier discussion, just hasn't activated it, is more the thing. But yeah, it's gonna be annoying for movement for Madcap.
So for both players, not a very easy fight with the Fighter Sword. Lucky that we are having the red mail, but still Fighter Sword takes so many slashes.
Yes, it does. Retro already using a red potion, and now a cape. And okay, Metcalf has activated their flute, thank you.
Still has to be very careful, Retro. I think the moth takes some more. Oh! Ah, he relieved his ferry for the death warp. Oh my gosh, this is so close.
Yeah.
Oh, that's very unfortunate.
That hurts.
Oh, and the problem is that he doesn't have magic to continue.
Now I'm going to have to go find a refill.
I mean, you can go inside, grab those 2 small magic pots, I think, and then mirror, but this hurts.
It really hurts for poor Retro. Metcalf does manage to take Moth down and gets a crystal and not much else.
Okay, decides to check the big chest first, but I think... he hasn't been to the front, yeah. Maybe hopes for some safeties. That's why he wanted to have that small key, because it's easier for him to route through the front.
Yep, map and compass here. Metcalf checking the lumberjack ledge. Happy 1 hour, everyone! A bit of a troll of an Ambrosia Sea today.
Yeah, it's somehow linear and not at the same time. I don't know why.
Progression is probably nice, yeah. It's that or Meyer, I think, are the 2 options, really.
Or Turtle Rock, we still can have a look at Turtle Rock. Or the Ice Rock Cave.
Alright, Sword Cave.
So to summarize, we have some locations left where you don't want to go to.
Pretty much. Speaking of Ice Red Cave, that's where Metcalf is going.
So let's see. If the hammer is here, that won't figure for any of those players.
Nope. Just arrows.
Unfortunately, Retro is a bit losing time here with his... that he has to dip the moth twice. Oh, and gets grabbed by the Wallmaster.
And... yeah, that is unfortunate. Metcalf is going to do the Zora area check, so we'll be getting his boots now. Yeah, hammerless, caneless ice, or just straight up caneless Meyer are looking to be the main options right now. Here's the magic refill Retro needs. They have not touched Meyer, or ice, beer. Retro, this is worth it for Retro, because this is a crystal, and and you don't want to come back here. Sure, this is slow, but it's slower to get back.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, maybe he took some time to relax doing the front first, because, well, also for the magic refill, but still, he knows he's totally capable of doing the moth with this equipment, but, I mean, it's a league game. Sometimes you're a bit nervous and on the restream, and you're not that focused as you usually are, so maybe take some time and do it again. So, wise decision.
We haven't seen King's Tomb. They can't get it. It's inverted. You absolutely need bits for it. It is the only thing you absolutely need bits for.
We should have discussed this earlier.
Oh no, think about it for King's Tomb. In regular rando, you either use Nits or Mirror to get there. But since Mirror goes the other way, you have to use Nits.
Finally, there's clarification on this.
It is one of the very few things I actually do remember about, for sure, with inverted, despite my knowledge of this mode being generally terrible.
Okay, so Madcap still has to, Retro has to be careful.
Very careful. Nice spin.
Oh no! That's so unfortunate. Yeah, I think it's a good idea to leave now. Sometimes you have those kind of days where you just have bad luck, so try it next time, better equipment, and try to look for some progression elsewhere.
Yeah, I think so. Going to the front of Thieves Town. We'll be able to route in Moss with the back of Thieves eventually, unfortunately, which, since he won't be able to actually do the back of Thieves right now.
Yeah, only thing that would be really awful for him is that something like the hammer would be on the moth. I mean, we know it is not, but still, he will always have this in the back of his head, so it won't feel good.
Yeah. Just a little bit of love on Bombo's tablet. Madcap, I know, is he, him. I think Retro uses he, him pronouns, the last I heard. One of our Francophone community members, Kudslun, do you remember? Because I am not 100% sure. Yeah, Madcap did the front of these earlier, Retro did not. Madcap is going to find out that Desert is big key locked.
And also, what is different and inverted is that you have a portal here, where Retro is showing us. And this is, of course, only available once you defeat Dagger 1.
Yeah, Kudslun, I thought, right, as far as I can recall, Retro uses he, him pronouns since French is a more gendered language. And il, to all recollection, is what we use for Retro. Well, pronouns are hard, as here's, Bombos. Ooh, is there a Kudslun? That's interesting, because French is such a gendered language. I have major problems with it myself.
I can speak it a little bit. Do you have a question?
Yes, rough draft. Il is he and Elle is she. Kudslun and I are both French speakers. I think Kudslun native. I am a non-native French speaker.
Okay. There's nothing like it in the French language, so...
Yeah, well, apparently according to Kudslun, there's been a recent addition of a gender-neutral pronoun. Now the question is, what is that gender-neutral pronoun, since you didn't actually say Kudslun? Yeah.
So Madcap's giving us first look in Mire.
Makes sense.
At this point, if you find your progression, I mean, we know Madcap will have an advantage, but this definitely won't feel very good because you're almost about to last locate stuff.
And okay, yeah, Kudslun's French. I know you're Francophone, but I didn't actually remember which one. Il? I-E-L? Huh, that's a spelling and a pronoun. Yel, I guess, might be the better pronunciation. Yeah, that would be an interesting one. I should look that up. I mean, just a couple of keys in the first couple checks in Mire from Madcap. Retro's doing checks you've already seen. And the thing is, too, with French is it's not just adding the pronoun. The language by default defaults to the masculine forms of all adjectives and whatnot, too. Yel Okay, thank you for the clarification, Kudzla. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure. French language is tricky. And we're actually going to see ice here.
Welcome to A Link to the Past Randomizer French Edition. Here we go.
But yeah, French is a very gendered language, so like I use she/her pronouns, which gets confusing when I'm trying to figure out things like what is the translation for commentator or tracker. It is commentateur et commentatrice, and traqueur et traqueuse for commentator and tracker. Commentateur is the masculine, traqueur, commentateur and traqueur are masculine, commentatrice and traqueuse are feminine. Yep, Ice Palace that hookshot hammer arcade. It's a fun time.
So far we've seen only oh, there's the big key too. Desert.
Desert. Oh, that's a thing.
And on Mudcup's side, we've only seen half magic so far.
Yeah. Yeah, half magic and Meyer, and that's been about it.
Yeah, if we are very unlucky, that's the only item we'll find for now here.
Yeah. Yeah, English has its own quirks. Instead of being gendered, it's just got a whole lot of other things going on. I'm trilingual. Mandarin has a whole different set of things. Each language has things that make it tricky. It's more of which ones are different from language to language.
You should learn German, it's quite easy.
For context, I am a native English Mandarin speaker, bilingual, and then French is a relatively distant third. I've been speaking it for 11 years. Close to that now. French spelling is not better than English, no. I still have to... conjugations are still a problem for me.
By the way, quite smart by Retro not to hitting the switch.
Which is worse, learning in English or this C?
Oh, is Madcap trying to hover?
Yes, he is. And yes, Trex here is a German. Is German. So we're getting a bunch of languages. But yeah, nice hover there. Getting nothing for that one, though. And more nothing.
But still very well done.
Very well done indeed. Ooh, doesn't get that last one, though. There's the map.
Hovering is so challenging.
It is.
Have you ever seen a tutorial on YouTube? It's like, nope.
Yeah. I am very much a casual ALTTPR player. I can't even do Icebreaker as of right now, never mind this.
We haven't heard that one. And also no progression, nice.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing here, and Matt Caps decided to call it quits, don't blame him. Language discussion continues. One of the things also for me for French is just the many conjugations are really hard. I was surprised at myself for being able to remember the subjunctive forms of remplir and s'inscrire earlier to fill out, like as in a form, and s'inscrire is to register. And I was like, dude, can I remember the subjunctive forms of these? Apparently, yes. Regulars in French are really annoying. Was my issue, is just trying to remember the irregulars. S'inscrire is pretty bad for that. One player is fine, at least. And the plus parfait. Oh, the plus parfait isn't actually the worst. Part of my issue is just remembering which tense to use is a whole problem in and of itself.
Yeah, English is a bit easier.
Yeah, English tenses are easier. It has its whole slew of problems, but at least I'm not trying to remember endings as much. Or stems in this case. The endings tend to be fairly consistent in French, but stems are harder. So that's where Sanskrit and all players' subjunctive forms trip me up.
And by the way, it seems like the only thing we have left is desert. So
I think so. Right? Is Spike Cave available?
Not without the hammer.
Alright, duh, thank you. And they can't do TR without hammer or hookshot to get over to that side of Death Mountain.
Yeah, so progression is in desert. Pendant desert.
Yeah, we're an hour 15 in, we're still on Fighter Sword.
So for all the people who just turned on the stream, you didn't miss anything.
Nope. We're so bored, we're having a language discussion instead.
Feel free to join us the next 2.5 hours on the seat. Okay, Madcap's trying to do the bomb jump. It's a bit harder with having the fighter sword. But,
yeah, it is. Because Fighter Sword is a little bit shorter than the other swords.
Yeah, it's a little bit smaller. That's just, this doesn't look good. You have, I think it's 2 pixels below the bomb with the fighter sword, if I'm wrong, 2 or 3 pixels.
It is something very precise, yes. There we go.
But the thing is that he doesn't have to do it, because he cannot finish it anyways.
Yeah. And we're going to get on the topic of what's really difficult about languages. Mandarin, honestly, would be the writing system. I also know that the tones are very difficult for non-native speakers. They come as naturally to me as anything else, but tones are very hard for many Mandarin learners. Or even for just other dialects of Chinese, really.
To answer question chat, yes, if you use your source for language, it's different. Because as I said, the fighter sword is, I think it's 1 pixel small. I'm not sure if it's 1 or 2.
Where are you going, Madcap? Unless I've gotten lost. I think I've gotten lost. It's fine. Retro has activated the flute. I'm going to go to Mire and then Desert here, I think. Yeah, this will be a Mire to Desert play.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, he cannot go straight away to desert, because we cannot mirror it inverted here.
Yeah. Yeah, Kutzlan, French nasal vowels are indeed tricky, as, I'm getting... Okay, double checking since I regularly forget. Is Kutzlan ending with the nasal vowel? But I actually happened to take a course as part of my French studies in French pronunciation, which assists. Although I get a lot of questions as to what my French accent actually is as a result of being a native English Mandarin speaker. And then I've had teachers in French from all over the place, which results in a very weird accent. Retro is hoping to find is going to do Crystal Mire before Pendant Desert here, which makes sense. Oh lala, Nethiroten.
So at this point we can say that both players will last locate their progression.
I think so. I mean, they're each doing the last dungeon before Desert for them. And Desert, as far as we can figure, is the last location, so... yeah.
By the way,
Okay,
nice
you're-
hover again on Metcalf's side. He's doing pretty well.
Okay, and is that Kudzlin then? I keep goofing, sorry. French language is hard, and trying to figure out how to pronounce nicknames is difficult in any language, really.
Oh, Metcalf has to be very careful here again, only one heart. We're still, after 1 hour and 20 minutes, we're still low on hearts, although we have red mail.
Yep.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, that's bad. Very unfortunate.
It's a fairy.
He has a fairy, so he's fine.
Yep. Okay, Kudzlin, thank you for correcting. I'm not sure how... languages are hard. Okay. Yeah, I have... No one actually knows what my French accent sounds like because I have such an odd mix of things. I don't think there's many people who speak English, Mandarin, and French all three languages, which results in a very odd accent combination. I know my Mandarin accent's unusual as well, which doesn't help. Figures. Kudzlin, I kind of half defaulting to the French pronunciation because that's from the Francophone side of things. I have a very hard time with certain things, Reliable Archery is a very English name, so that's fine. Same with Retro, but things like, but I have a very hard time pronouncing words that are originally from French or Mandarin in the English fashion because my brain will always default to the original language. Cap here are going to be the first to desert. Yeah. They've already been to desert once, but had no Bicky. Now they're back. And, let's see what's in here. Finally back on topic.
Yeah. Oh, there's a run going on.
We are actually seeing checks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Well, we have to have location. Have to find location. Yeah, I think now it's the hammer. I mean, come on, almost 1.5 hour, no hammer, fight a sword, like nothing.
Yeah, no hammer, no fight. Still fighter sword. We don't have any. We don't have either cane. We are missing some big keys.
Now Metcalf remembers. Oh wait, if I have the big key, I can also open the big chest for the small key.
Yeah, do right side first, Metcalf. And I am not sure where Retro's going right this second. I guess Hookshot Cave's bottom chest here?
Yeah, I think he hasn't checked it. It would be funny if there is like full loaded with hammer, mids, hookshot or something, Samaria. At least one
that would be dumb. We've seen the cape and the map. There's the compass, so the rest will be items.
So 2 items left. Hammer or hookshot?
Neither!
And Reto now remembers, oh wait, I don't have mids.
Yeah.
And I think he decides now to do Spy Cave and we'll figure out, oh wait, I have no hammer.
Yeah, it is really, really easy to forget Spy Cave can't be done without a hammer.
Okay. But he had checked Backrock, I think.
Is my French indexed somewhat similar to native English Mandarin speakers, Kudzlin? That's interesting.
Huh. To answer
Smart.
question in chat, everything can be the next item.
Anything that locks a check, including Samaria, I think, can be the next thing. I think we've seen just about everything that's mirror locked. Well, there's not much to begin with.
There's nothing mirror locked so far in inverted, right?
Or that too, yes. Or the usually mirror locked items. Samaria would not unlock Vidi right now because we don't have the wire big key.
Oh my gosh. What's wrong with this seed?
Okay, well, let's see what's on Landmost first, and then we can continue discussing.
According to this seed, it's like the powder or the shuffle or the mushroom.
Oh,
It's
that's
a
a
hook
hook
shot.
shot.
Finally.
Okay, that is TR? Can't do swamp. Yeah, that's TR. We can't do swamp without a hammer.
Well, we can do Hookshot Cave and Death Mountain.
Yeah, Paradox as well is now available with that hook shot.
You're right, it's Paradox Cave, it's Hookshot Cave, and TR now from the back. So actually a lot of checks now.
Yeah, because with inverted and a mirror, even without Samara, you can do quite a few checks in TR. You even have the big key to do the big chest. Can't do Mimic Cave though, because that does require a hammer.
I think there are even 7 or 8 checks in TR.
Let's see, 4 on Laser Bridge, Chain Chomps, Crystal Roller, Big Chest, that's 7. I think Lava Chest as well. There's several.
Well, of course, depends, or when you come from the back, there are no keys required, right?
You're asking the wrong person at that point.
Yeah, it's not easy to the knowledge about the key logic in inverted.
My knowledge of ALTTPR key logic is bad to begin with. It's 0 in inverted for TR. Yeah, we need a sword. We need a hammer. We need the Cane of Samaria. We need the Meyer Big. Yeah.
So we actually need the same things we are looking for the last half an hour.
Yeah. Paradox Cave having Shovel and Quake, and there's the Cane. And the big key to Thieves, which was also required and I forgot about it.
Hey, there's our progression finally.
Yep.
Actually, plenty of things now to check. We have full Thieves Town, the Turtle Rock checks we were talking about.
Well, we can do even more in TR now with the Cane. Which is not helping.
Yeah, Fighter Sword Trinex as chat's mentioning. That's fun.
Yeah, we have the big key, we have the Cane, we have both rods. Fighter Sword Trinex is a thing. Laser Bridge here giving us 2 keys. There's a heart container. So yeah, looking for Meyer Big and a hammer, and then hoping to get a sword in GT, probably, at this point. Probably almost an hour 30 into no swords yet. And, well, only...
Yeah, that's very awful. The seed kind of wants you to last locate.
Yeah, no kidding. The last seed I commentated was swordless, but the seed before that was a cross-key seed that had 23-minute butter. This ain't it.
To be honest, I don't see having butter today.
I don't think we're getting butter, no. Unless like 3 of them are in the other 3 are like all in Randomizer or something, and the big key's really deep in GT. Yeah, Madcap not feeling like Trinex just yet. I don't blame him, honestly. Trinex, not really top of your priority list.
I mean, you know Trinex has an item, but with Fighter Sword, hell no.
Yeah, no. You absolutely last location Trinex right now in this situation. No one wants to do Fighter Sword Trinex. There's a mushroom, okay.
Speaking of mushroom and the shovel, here we go.
We just got both of those things! Yay!
and it's awful to do those checks because we still don't have regular light well access. We always have to go through the portal still.
That too.
I can't remember seeing a seed not having regular light world or dark world access after like 1.5 hours. That's crazy.
This seed's just been awful as Retro Friendly gets hit hookshot. And I'm pretty sure you can't damage Trinex with the Fighter's Sword. It just really, really sucks. Or they can fight it on that, but it is not a fun day. So, back of Thieves Town. We did not find the small key, so that's in the back. I don't remember how many items there were in the front.
I didn't count either, but let's hope there's nothing in the big chest.
They really need. If there's something in the big, if the I don't know, Meyer Big is in the big chest, they're last locationing it. Okay.
Yeah, I think they already hate the seed enough, so no need to put an item in the big chest.
Mitts on Thieves' big chest would only be required if they need mitts, which they most likely don't. There's very little that it locks.
And I wonder if there's any possibility that even if you do like the best routing, if you feel behind, if you feel in front, no way in the seat.
I don't think so.
To answer question in chat, yes, the rods do damage to the heads of Trinex, but I think it's Master Sword damage if I'm not wrong.
It's something really, really lousy. Yeah, you need several potions to be able to refill your magic to get through Fighter Sword Trinex as well. It's a really bad time.
So, Thieves Town, what do we have for us? Please, no small key in the cell. Okay,
Well,
that's good. That's good. So we know there's no item in the big chest, so this is the first good news in the seed, actually.
Yep. Some of the only good news we've had in this seed at this point.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Nothing to be happy about.
This seed has been bad. Yeah, that's a fair point that Hammer can't be in Pyramid Fairy, since Thieves is logically hammer-locked. That small key in the big chest. And this chest is just a heart container.
Yeah, this was the last check we didn't see so far. And there's no progression in Thieves Town.
Nope. There isn't. Mushroom and shovel?
Oh god, please no. But still, there are parts of Turok we haven't seen that are in logic.
Yeah, I mean, it's back to TR, mushroom, and shovel, I think, are our main options. Vidi does have an item since this is in Avrosia. We can't get to Vidi, though. We don't have the Meyer Bicky.
Oh, this is not working, Madcap.
What is he trying to do?
He wanted to go into the light world, but I mean, you can go into the portal without having the hammer or the mitts, but you just can't get out of it.
Yep. Yeah, these guys will absolute heartless location try next Fighter Sword. It sucks. Backcab is currently turning in that shovel. And then probably going to... Well, I think you have to risk fake powder. I think you have to save scum your shroom just in case you can fake powder.
Yeah. I would think so too.
Because for all you know, you're logically required to get your powder off Trinex to go get your progression.
Well, actually, you cannot fake powder in inverted, right? Without the hammer. Without the hammer.
Oh, that's a good point. Never mind. Thank you. I forgot. Inverted. Messes with my brain. Yeah, shovel the shroom, then just straight up and leave, and just ignore the fake powder, possibly, probably then. Also going to get big bomb for Pyramid Fairy. Can't be the hammer, but could be the another sword or the Meyer Big.
Give us at least something.
Yeah. Ice Big would be kind of funny at this point.
Funny for us, yeah, I agree.
It cannot be hammer because there's a small key in Thieves' Town big chest, and that makes Thieves' Town lock hammer lock, since logic assumes you're an idiot and uses the small key to open that chest, to go over there and open that door, nothing in Pyramid Fairy, instead of going to the attic.
Do you think Retro will try to fight Trinex?
I don't think so. Remember how Retro had to leave Moth behind a while ago? He'll probably do that as well as Thieves here.
Yeah, you're right.
And here's a shroom for Matcap.
So either the shroom or the front of TR. I think that's the only checks we have left.
Basically.
We said so many times in the seat, this is the last check we have left. This is the last check we have left.
It's last location into last location into a big key to
Oh
ice.
my god!
Speaking of fetch quest, hi. Just the small key in the lava chest. Alright, off to Ice Palace, I guess.
How awful should the seat be? Yes.
Or actually, nope, not Ice Palace, going to go to TR first. I guess this is still more checks for Matcap. The seat is so bad. Oh my goodness. And who rolled this? We could blame Diesel Pilot, our lovely setup helper, for rolling this disaster.
This is a real disaster.
Yes, it is. Retro Stream has crashed, yes. The Ice Palace Big Key was on the shroom.
Well, either we lost his stream or he crashed his controller. I can relate.
We lost the
with
stream.
both.
We lost the stream. It'll be back here shortly. I just pulled this personal stream up.
Ah, okay, that's good.
Yeah, Matt kept going back to TR before Ice Big Chest makes sense. I mean, it's just equally terrible checks. Which one do you want to do? And TR does have more checks. Yeah. Retro's just, I'm watching on his personal stream at the moment. Someone who has access to the SpeedGaming backend needs to hit refresh. He is back.
So the seat is still kind of linear, but linear awful, we have to say.
It's just mean and linear. There we go. Retro is back.
So let's see, do we have something here? Still no progression. This is...
Alright, so both runners going to be coming to the same checks from opposite directions.
Yeah, right. Actually, Retro didn't have to pick up the key because... oh, there's the mids.
Ooh, Mitts in the first chest of TR. King's Tomb, anyone?
Oh my gosh, the seed is chasing you from location to location.
Yeah, I think at this point in this seed, I believe Mitts are yet another fetch quest.
Hey, admits are not required. Here you go.
Yeah, Smith Chain is not Mitts locked. You can just mirror to the Smith and purple chest is the same. Yeah. And
Finding
there's a
another
Master
sword.
Sword! Well, I guess we have that now. Other than that, though, that doesn't save them from a ton. We've been discussing King's Tomb and Mitts only hard locking that inverted for quite a bit. Well, there's that. Kill Tridex, the Ice Palace big chest. Our options still suck. I
Yeah,
guess Tridex is now Master Sword Tridex, so that is an improvement. Also, when Master Sword Tridex is an improvement, you know the seed's bad.
yeah. This is a real pain. You know what the only good thing is? That we don't have to play this one.
Oh yeah, this is very much a let's sit back, enjoy the seed as viewers, and chuckle at the runner's misfortune, because this seed is terrible. Trinex does... there are two items behind Trinex. Trinex itself and the green pendant, so that could be it. We don't know.
Yay, another fetch quest with the green pendant, but yeah. So this would be then the second pendant that is hard required.
Yep, since Desert was hard required for that hookshot off land moves.
Oh, Retro really has to pay attention again.
Yeah. Madcap is leaving. Where is he going?
I think he's
This might be
jumping.
the fastest way to Trinex, yeah.
Yeah. I think at this point you have to commit your Trinex.
I think you do. You're already all the way here. You have everything for Trinex. It's really going to be a touch slow, but, well, what can you do? At least half magic was available. And Hammer cannot be on Ped because Hera is a pendant, and you do need Hammer to get to Hera in, inverted.
Oh, thanks to the red mail for Retro, because he got 2 hits, but one didn't do any harm to him.
Yep. Okay, gets a health refill. Not much, but more than nothing.
And Madcap is in the final phase of the Trinex fight.
Yep. This is our Trinex. Requires quite a few slashes. There we go.
Give us the hammer, Trinex. Give us the hammer.
Nope!
Oh gosh.
Red Rupee and the green pendant. Ice Big and green pendant?
And
Ice
King's
Big,
Tomb.
green pendant, and King's Tomb. This seed is terrible.
Yeah, every time we have new options, they are always awful.
They
Always.
really are.
Only single locations. Master Sword Trinex.
Master Sword Trinex, Caneless, Hammerless, Caneless, hammerless ice, hookshotless ice even, for that desert pig off the Pengator chest. This was just nasty. Yeah, we're at hour 43 in, hammer is not found.
So there. I don't think... Well, what should be on the cream pendant? Well, according to the seed, nothing.
Yeah, nothing is the answer.
3 bombs or something like this, or the single arrow. Oh, 10 arrows, at least something.
Yeah. We still need Meyerpig, correct. We need Meyerpig, we need a hammer, we need Meyerpig and a hammer. Ice Big Beer is in the potion shop off that mushroom, which was in the TR Big Chest.
I still cannot believe this. This is like one of the worst seed I've ever seen.
This seed is so bad. Like Hall of Fame levels of ridiculousness.
There's the hammer!
Hammer!
So, is there a way not to last locate this one? Probably not.
I don't think there is a way to not last location that now.
So we can do now pot, we can do now swamp, and we can finish ice.
Yep, now we just need that, layer big.
So, according to this seed, the Maya Big is then on Moldon, probably.
No, let's make it the basement of Hera.
With a small key being being on Moldon.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, we've already seen the pet that is $300.
Yeah, but come on, chat. I mean, if you're watching a game and are doing commentary, it's always fun to see awful seeds, but I would say enough is enough now, so...
This is a special seed. Alright, round number 3 with Moth. And there we go. And yes, that against how big he is still in GT, that is the only one that is the case. Yeah, this has been quite a disaster. Fortunately, Retro is kind of behind at this point. Depends on where he decides to go next. And what that... We've already seen Smith Chain. Well, Hammer Pegs obviously couldn't be done, but everything else has. Neustria, Hammer was on King's Tomb. Hard required mitts and inverted. You're discussing how little... There was a point earlier in this race where you're discussing how little mitts actually lock and inverted. Voila! Required mitts!
There you go.
Retro can actually take this portal.
Now it works.
Yep.
So when did we find the hammer? After more than 100 minutes, right?
Yeah, it was like an hour 45, I think, or so for Matt Cap. Retro just behind, a couple minutes behind.
Yeah, actually he's only the Moth behind. He had to double dip.
Yep. Going to go get his Ice Palace Big Key as well. And then probably go do palaces at this point. And hope that the Meyer Big shows up on the way.
It's like now the first time in the seed where we can actually follow dungeons to clear instead of dipping everything for nothing.
We've dipped so many places. It's ridiculous. At least a good icebreaker now. Retro probably not too happy about that ice big. Yeah, Retro not killing Trinex is gonna save him a bunch of time.
Yeah, that's right. Although I don't blame Madcap for doing this because there were like 3 or 4 open locations and all of them were awful. So what's the least awful thing you want to do?
Pretty much.
Okay, Madcap's not doing the icebreaker. He's hitting the switch, but he doesn't need to actually because he has the big key.
Yeah. Yeah, Retro is still behind. It just due to some of the execution errors, must still cost him time. Yeah, I don't actually know what's in Retro's bottles. Oh yeah, he's doing Pyramid Fairy, just cleaning up, I guess. I might have gone dungeons before Pyramid Fairy here, but maybe Retro feels a bit behind by now.
Well, there's definitely no reason to feel in front, so probably yes.
You definitely don't feel in front, and I don't think either of them can feel in front of how this seed's been. They've last locationed so many things. Yeah, us viewers are winning this seed. The runners are just having a bad day.
That's definitely a seed they will remember, probably forever.
I think so. Oh, hey, that's bottle percent. Thanks.
But we are. What's also awful is that we are still on the Master Sword after checking almost everything we could have checked so far.
The other 2 swords have a solid chance of sitting in GT, I think, at this point. Retro's off to Helmassar. Yeah, Master Sword feels like a luxury at this point, no kidding. They spent so long with Fighter. Yeah, Shroom for the Ice Palace Big Key, not hard required, just gave us bobble percent. Madcap finishing off Cold Stare to get ourselves a red rupee. Thanks, game. So, time for Swamp. There are quite a lot of checks in Swamp. So, they're hoping that the Meyer Big is just in Swamp. Otherwise, Hera?
It's Hera or... I think that's it. I mean, we've seen everything.
Spike Cave, Hammer Pegs.
Agree.
Magic Bat if they find a powder.
Yeah, I mean, if we have a look at this seed, we'll definitely find the powder.
Yeah. We have seen... We cannot check either... We couldn't check either tablet for the same reason we couldn't check Hera. We have seen Bomba's tablet. What was that on Hammer Pegs? I didn't quite catch it.
I think it's a hard container.
Okay.
Yeah, Madcap's going now to Swamp. This makes sense. I also agree with this play, doing Hammer Packs first, because when you find their you go mode, it saves so much time in Swamp, go moding it. So it was worth to give it a try.
Yep. Mode Swamp is much faster than a full clear Swamp.
Hey, Madcap is inverted. You still need to release that water.
Yep. So, what do you think we'll find in Swamp?
The powder. I think we find the powder there. And the Hera big, one of them. I think we find the Hera big.
Hera big. That was Bonk Rocks.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
Has Madcap not checked Bonk Rocks, or is it just not mapped on the tracker? I don't actually remember.
Oh, I looked at Madcap's track and I didn't see the Hera Bicky, so that's why I was thinking of the most worst possible scenario.
No, we have that. Okay, so just need to mark Hera big for Madcap then, as Retro gets his crystal off Helma.
So what's the worst location where the big key could be? I think it's Hera basement, right?
Hera basement, Powder and Hera basement to go do for the big would be even worse, but yeah.
So we can confirm it's in one of those places, yeah.
Or actually, even funnier, that's a good one from Aaron Zephyr. Hera having Swamp Big having the powder, and then you get to go get your Minor Big. There are ways for this seed to continue being absolute hot garbage. They, by the way, cannot fake powders. They turned in that shroom for that big key, for the ice big key. Sangalero. This sounds like some sort of war crime. This seed is kind of a war crime in some ways. It's such a bad one.
Oh, Madcap skipping left side swamp. I don't plan for doing this.
When you're one item from go mode, you do the back before left side. Ha! Nice bug net. And a red rupee. Yeah, the only major items I haven't written down on my notes sheet, well, I think we're missing a couple shields. We're missing the powder, the Burna. We're missing the Swamp Mire and Mire Big Keys, and we are missing 2 swords, which are probably sitting in GT.
Okay, let's see if Argus has something for us. Also not a very nice fight having only the Master Sword.
Yep. Spin strats.
Yeah, on Master Sword, spin strats are the best thing to use, although it's not very easy.
Yep. Silver Arrow and Argus gives us $50.
Nothing, of course.
Because why would the seed be nice? So left side swamp, Hera, Hammer. Let's see, Spike Cave, Ether Tablet. And Madcap's leaving left side swamp behind. I would not do that in this seed, but okay. Head is dead, Fergus. Otherwise, we've seen Ice Big Chest, that was the last bottle. Spike, Hera, and Ether are other options. Yeah, Madcap is just gambling though. There's nothing on left side swamp.
So, what do you think we'll find in Hera?
Nothing would probably be really funny. That or Swamp Big or Powder. Where's Madcap going right now?
I have no clue. Maybe showing us how Paradox Cave is.
Maybe.
Ah, right. He's going to Mimic Cave. Yeah.
Oh, right. I forgot Mimic Cave was also a check. And it's just a hurt container. Nothing on the shovel either. I forgot that. Oh yeah, because Matt kept checked it earlier, and we're coming up on 2 hours now. 2 hours of just not finding things.
Yeah, I think this describes it perfectly. Well, it's not a question, but for chat, this is not Ambrosia, this is Infrosia. So, we didn't get the boots hint. I mean, this would have changed anything because this seed is still awful, but it's inverted from the world state.
The restream has been live for 2 hours and 10 minutes. We are on a 10-minute delay. The rudders have been going for 2 hours and 10 minutes. We've been going for about 2 hours. It's a seed.
Yeah, and as it looks like, we are going for another 2 hours.
There's not that much left in the game, Trix.
Oh, there's a big key.
Ooh!
Swamp. I guess it's swamp. Oh!
It's the fire bag!
So, go mode after almost exactly 2 hours.
Yep, that is go mode. What a seed. It's not even what a play. The Harrow's just the best place left. Do Hera, then Ether Tablet, and Spike Gate was probably Madcap's plan.
Yeah, so... But now it was not a last location. He had 2 others left.
And Left Side Swamp. So,
oh yeah, agreed.
Well, though I would consider Hera, Ether Tablet, and Spike Cave to all basically be one thing, from his perspective. So, effective second last location, the last couple Death Mountain checks versus Left Side Swamp were his options, and he had the last few mountain checks. Those Mimic Cave, Spike Cave, Ether Tablet, and Hera were basically just all a whole bunch of checks all together.
Oh, didn't Madcap pick up the big key? Small key? Ah, yeah, he has to go back.
Oops. Retro also going to have to for the back first. We'll see if he does left side.
Well, I don't blame him for doing this, because there are not that many locations left. And coming back here for your go mode.
Just sucks, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the seed still hurts you all the time now. From the very beginning, almost. So, doesn't matter anymore.
No. I mean, just the fact we've only had Hammer for like 16 minutes is itself kind of ridiculous. Like, we usually seeds are done by an hour 45, not getting a Hammer at an hour 45.
And even the mids, they were like after 1.5 hours, I guess. So till then, we didn't have normal light well access.
Nope. That's a. How mad are both runners and the rest of their team for making them play this mode? For I don't know, Iron Zephyr. I don't actually know which of these two teams. Let me go double check who actually picked this dismal mode that ended up being a bad day. It is the higher seed who chooses, which I believe we can blame Retro for this one then.
Thanks a lot, Retro, for the seed.
Yep, Retro, I believe, was the one who picked the mode, if I'm reading the rules right. There's a nice fire shield on Biddy. Would have laughed if that was the Swamp Big.
Oh, Retro having a hard time hitting those silvers and decides to go for slashers now as spins.
Yeah, makes sense. And there we go.
Do you think they will go back in?
I think you do.
Okay, why is Madcap going through the portal?
Safe quit. Safe quitting.
Right. Right. Oh, this is smart, actually.
Yeah, Retro is going back in. This makes sense. I will laugh if the swamp big is on left side swamp. There's a good chance it's in there. It's that or it's someplace in GT. Alright, forgot to play the guessing game, but where do you think it is? Because it's not number 1.
Get the answers in chat quite quickly.
I'm gonna go with 14. There's 22 checks between one and numbers in between 2 and 22. I guess since we saw number 1, where do you think it is?
I go for number 4. Sorry.
Alright. Well, here's 2, 3. It's not 4. And it's not 5.
Oh, sorry. I thought it's the small key guessing game. So it's 8 now. Yeah, according to this seed, it will be 22 probably.
Yeah, that's 7. Your big key is another castle. No, in this case, in Ambrosia, the big key is still 2 cannons is still in cannons. Mercifully, because otherwise it would probably be at the top of Hera. Or one of the other handful of remaining terrible checks we didn't see.
Well, I'm quite sure that we've seen everything now.
And there it is! Nope, that's a big key to swamp. And tempered. And $50. And, oh, that's the actual bottle percent. I thought we saw bottle percent previously. Never mind. Can't count, apparently. Oopsies.
Hey, but at least we found tempered.
Yes, we did. There is that. That's gonna make cannon a little nicer.
Oh, by the way, I didn't know that the big key of a crystal dungeon can be here. I thought they are logically required for finishing the crystals.
Well, the swamp big isn't.
Yeah, I know. I thought by the logic, of course, I know we don't need it yet.
Ah, well, I guess that's a fair point, actually. But yeah. So let's see. That was check number 12 for Matt Cap. That was me counting in man room before someone asks. So we check number 13 here. Yeah, that was quite a big key. He's like, oh, big key, nope. Nice swamp, Vic. Now we're just missing powder, burna, and butter for our every major item on my notes sheet. I've been taking notes on where every item is, and well, we've seen almost everything. Also technically missing mirror still, but I don't track that.
So if you're
14, 15, 16, and 17. Nope.
So
and what trick?
if you're tracking on your own sheet, there were like 1.5 hour where you had nothing to track, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 3 more checks remaining before we go to the tie room chest. Hey, there's a burner.
Oh, hey, Bob's chest. Thanks, game. And nothing in Spike Key for Retro. Time for Ice Armos. This will be 19, 20, 21. And there it is, check number 19.
Could have been worse.
Could have been worse. Master Mars, you win with a guess of 17. Yeah, Ice Armor's still pretty bad.
I don't know, did we already say how awful the seed is?
I mean, just the fact we're 2 hours and 9 minutes in and we're still going. Retro needs the Meyer Big Key from the first chest of check of Hera. And then that will be his go mode. Yeah, well, Ethereal Hope, this whole seed has been ouch. So that's not saying much. Yeah, that vanilla, that Gansbowski was vanilla. Oh hey, I guess Retro's gonna do all the other checks in the mountain first.
Yeah, sure, that makes sense.
And 300 bucks.
Quite smart, by the way, from Madcap, switching in the rooms before from the silver arrows to the normal arrows to reduce the lag. Because he'll might be short on magic later.
Yeah, this has been a painful seed as poor Retro finally hits go mode.
Chat saying it's been very painful to watch. Yeah. Just imagine how painful it is to play, because you're like thinking, like, I would say starting from maybe 30 minutes, all the time that you're behind, I'm behind.
I don't think there's a way you don't feel behind in this seed. I think what ended up doing Retro in is just the deaths he took, especially Shamoth cost him a lot of time. And I think the current jump I think mostly got nerfed by him getting boots earlier, but those deaths hurt a lot. And just, I guess, general order of checks, it's just been a really lousy seed for that.
I think even later when Retro is going to see the race time channel and see your opponent has finished, you're like, thanks God this is over. Okay, so now Madcap having now an easier fight with the Tempered Sword on Moldo.
Yep.
So I would say those runners, there's like a difference of 10 minutes maybe? 10 to 12 minutes, I would say.
Yeah, probably, assuming Retro doesn't take any more deaths. I don't know, Kirby fan, I really don't. I'm infamous for rolling really, really bad OOTR and Zelda 2 randomizer seeds. For ALTTPR, apparently showing up to commentate is enough to curse it to be a disaster. Kirby fan, I highly recommend watching this seed back. It was bad. Nice quick viddy for Retro.
And after 2 hours and 12 minutes, Retro Redfeed also picks up his last crystal. And it's hard to do it earlier in this seed.
It really is. It's just been that bad as Madcap gets to Ganon.
Yeah, and with Tempered now and the cape, it should be quite an easy fight.
Yep. Well, he's right now on 2 hearts. I don't believe he has any potions offhand.
Well, he has the cape, I think he should be fine.
That's
And
true.
again, it's not that dangerous anymore now.
Oh, and there's a blue potion. Nice.
Oh yeah.
As Retro heads for the tower.
Madcap's now in the very last but one phase of the Gan fight. And with the Silver Snow, he hopefully has finally a good time in the seat. Gets the Tort glitch. And now one more silver arrow remaining, and that's it. Get your GGs in chat for this awful seed.
Madcap is about to finish up and take second win here for Blue Balls United with an official racetime.gg time of 2:14:45.
And thanks God this is over.
Yeah, I don't know if Retro hasn't seen Racer, or if he just wants to. You know what? I've come this far. I might as well just see it to the end. I don't know which, but he's continuing.
I mean, it's 2 hours and 14. It's like you can play cross keys during in this time. So, and it's not to play in the runners. It was just awful all the time.
The seat is just terrible. We'll see if we can get Madcap in for an interview.
Let's see if he's still in the mood to give an interview.
Master Sword was way later. That was, I think, after an hour 40.
I don't even remember where we got it. It was before finishing Turtle Rock somewhere.
Fire Rocks in TR. Yeah, Hammer was like an hour 45, Master Sword a little bit before that. So yeah, like an hour 40, yeah, for that Master Sword. And hey, Madcap, GG's.
Hello, how are you doing? Thank you.
Hi, GG. Madcap, first question. Was this the worst seed ever in your life?
Probably. What was it? Honestly, I don't even know. At several points it was because, I don't know, I wasn't sure if I had checked like bumper ledge or something dumb like that, so at several points it was like, maybe I've just left something dumb, because it can't be this. I don't know. It was insane. Like, really strange. I don't know.
Yeah, we kept shaking our heads like, I know, maybe after even half an hour, because it was like, it was painful to watch. Well, it was fun to watch, but we could see how painful it was to play, because the seed was only about last locating. There was no way you could do better.
Well, you could get the boots like 40 minutes earlier, I guess. Like, that was like the worst thing. I don't know. Inverted should be like starting with boots or something, because it's just so terrible, because the overworld is so big, but I don't know.
Yeah, so that reminds me, so as Retro gets his big key, an interesting thing very early, oh hey, there's Mirror Shield, Madcap, is that, and that reminds me, Retro went full left. He does not have he's gonna be doing Master Sword Ganon, that'll be fun. Yeah, so Madcap, one of the early divergences was that Retro went to Aga, you kern jumped over to Pod and got your mirror and flippers. Retro ended up doing splash deletes to get his boots from Zora Ledge. And that was an
Nice.
early divergence, is you kern jumped and he did not.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I played practice seed yesterday or today. I'm not sure when. It was like a naga seed, and then the hammer was in pod. And also, I was like so low percent with Lionels and the bridge and everything, and I just said, okay, so let's just play safe. Like worst case, I just unfind items. The rupees at the beginning were like just the worst because I just tried to get money, and of course there were 300 rupees in Stumpy, which felt awful. But I don't know. It was just more like, let's try to find something, and if not, at least I should get something to not die even once in the Lionels, because you shouldn't, but can really tilt you, I think.
Yeah.
And yeah, I also, I don't know, thinking about like actual decisions, not like going around mindlessly without knowing what you're doing. Just like delayed Skullwoods once I had the firework, because just in case. Like, because that can be like kind of a bait sometimes. Like you go really low percent and it's not. So I just started doing overworld and hoped to find items, the boots, and big keys.
Well, to be fair, this whole seed was a bait, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that was just, you guys got like everything eventually, but hammer, what, I think it was an hour 45 hammer for you, Cap. That's kind of bad.
Yeah.
Master
and
Sword
then
just before that.
yeah, and then you're still missing a key, because I almost forgot that. And then it's like, okay, I'm not go mode. Awesome. And it just wouldn't appear, because like, where was the Desert Palace big key and the book?
Book was Mini Moldorm Cave. Desert Big Key was the first chest of ice.
Oh wow, okay. So the double dip in ice was required. Oh my god. So yes,
Yes, it
because
was.
yeah. But I don't think there was like any way you would just like get the hammer early. This was just like pray to get your boots early and do everything, I think.
Yeah, because the thing is to like, yeah, well, in order to get your hammer, you need to get your mitts from the front of TR. But to do that, you need to get to TR, which requires a hook shot off Landmost, which requires that desert big key off Ice Palace to go get your hook shot to go up to the mountain for TR to get your mitts out of that to go back, and this was bad.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. My head hurts, and it was crazy. This is like, okay, I'm playing like it's just in Roche, you know, and now I'm 2 hours in and I'm not finishing. What is this? I don't know. I couldn't believe it. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't play that bad, but like those dumb deaths, like just in the courtyard with the guards and everything, with the Usain Bolt
yeah.
was like, you know, that always makes you feel worse, and you never know. And boots an hour in, so yeah, I didn't know at the end. I just said, let's just finish this.
Yeah. One of the big things that cost Retro sometimes is he took a few more of this than you did, Matt Cap. And unfortunately, in particular, died twice to Moth and then had to come back.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It can be hard sometimes. I actually waited. I was like really overpowered when I went, but I did want to wait, like to have a potion or something. But yeah, and I don't know. I also wanted to do like fake powder at some point, but I got trapped after going to the light world, and then I don't know. It was just like inverted can be like so strange sometimes.
So, was there any time in the seed where you were like, "Hey, I can win this"?
I mean, when I found the hammer.
Oh, sorry to interrupt
was-
you, but in the validation chest there was
Oh, wow.
the last sword.
That's actually really nice for Retro.
Yeah. Sorry, Madcap, go on.
No, for sure. That's crazy. I almost opened it. I don't know, but yeah, it was just like after the boots and everything. But at least when you find the hammer and you say, okay, this is like the seed really asked you. And to be honest, I didn't remember where the Desert Palace big key was. If I hadn't remembered it was there, I'm probably okay. Even though like pod wasn't like the hammer, which is what you're looking for, mirror inverted early, it's always nice, I think. Didn't do that much. I probably only lost me time, since in Meyer there wasn't anything, and Smith saying there wasn't anything. But at least I think like the seed was so bad that at least I just did everything along the way I go, and in the end I think that worked out decently for me.
Yeah. Alright, retro now on Ganon. Shouldn't be too long. I guess the one thing for you, one of the things for you, Metcalf, was that early mirror meant you backtracked less. Because retro would come back with things like Smith Chain.
Yeah, I mean, there wasn't really anything behind it, like in Meyer or anywhere. I even went into Meyer for nothing. I thought I had gone into Ice for nothing. And I even ran out of bombs and everything. I don't know. That was weird. But yeah, really happy to win this one, to be honest.
Yeah, that's win number 2 for your team. If you guys win your last matchup, you move on to the next round.
Yeah, cross keys can always be weird, so got 3 2 in 1, so yeah. Sure.
Yeah, that'll be Elga versus Red Kitsune for cross keys, if I'm reading it right.
Yeah. Tomorrow, I believe.
Yeah, so then I'll decide whether or not you guys move on, or if Elga will force a game 4 for reliable archery aces.
Yeah, I mean, and well, big thanks to you guys. Very long game to both of you. And yeah, cross keys probably will be shorter tomorrow, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, that's what we just
shorter
said.
than Ambrosia. Yeah, here we go. Retro is going to finish up with an official time. Here, after he crosses the bridge. Oh, 2 hours, 25 minutes, and 2 seconds. GG Retro.
GG Retro. Get also your GGs in chat for Retro. He had the same pain as Madcap, so...
Yeah, I don't believe he'll be joining us for an interview since he doesn't speak much English, but I'm sure he is glad to be done.
Yeah, GG's like for finishing that. Takes courage. I don't know. That was really awful. I don't know.
Normally, Ambrosia's supposed to be in nicer mode, even for Keysan, even with it being inverted, but this was just nasty for Ambrosia. Just go everywhere, do everything, have fun.
Yeah, I think I would be tired of Rando now after playing this seed.
Yes. Yeah, I don't know. It was fun. It was a little rest after SG Live and all the regular season and everything. But it's good to be back with Rando, and yeah. Let's hope we can pull the win in cross keys and just move on. Unfortunately, we can see what happens.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. But yeah, I do think that is about it, though. I've run out of questions. I think chat's run out of questions. Tricks?
After 30 minutes, I ran out of questions, so... Well, I ran out of answers, but also I ran out of questions.
Yep. But yeah, I guess that'll be it for us then. 180 out of 216. Why am I not surprised? I guess you skipped Summon Hera, a couple on left side Swamp, a little bit in GT, a couple visible items, not much. Pretty bad collection rate for this. Yeah, GG. Let's give our runners here a follow, Retro and MatCap. Also, shoutouts to my co-commentator Trix and to our tracker Laura Linda. Coming up ahead on the league schedule tomorrow, as mentioned, the Cross Keys race between these two teams, Red Kitsune versus Alkalines, is going to be at 8:10 in the morning. We also have at 10:10 Sean Rhapsody versus BSJ. Then at 2:10 p.m., Bottles on Empty versus Missing Two Bows. That'll be Maximum Barnage and Rayo 7. And to wrap up the day, Jayco and Lol versus Rando Babies, Jericho Sniper 99 and Vextifer. None of those are currently assigned for a restream, but they might be soon. Don't forget to check out the ALTTPR League channels and the SG channels for more restream action. That'll be it for us today. Thanks for watching. We will see you next time.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Have a good day, have a good night, and again, thanks to our runners. Thanks to Star for joining me with the commentary. It was a real joy. And thanks to Lady Laura Linda for our tracking.